Hi everyone, I am Akshay and welcome to my channel Gacha Gaming. So the beta testing of Genshin's version 5.3 is active, and with that the beta testing of Citlali's kit is also active, which has helped us get a look over at Citlali's kit and what type of a character Citlali is going to be. So according to the kit details, Citlali can actually be used as a shielder, a sub DPS, a burst DPS, and also as a support character. So if I were to say, for me, she is one of the most versatile characters Genshin Impact has ever seen. So starting with the kit, initially comes the normal attacks or the charged attacks, which are basic, the not much difference as per from a catalyst user. But the main kit of her lies actually in her elemental skill and her elemental burst. So her elemental skill says that upon pressing her elemental skill, Citlali gains a shield whose damage absorption is based on her elemental mastery. So Citlali's kit is certainly based around elemental mastery, and also after pressing her E skill, Citlali will enter Night Soul Blessing state and summon a creature known as its Papa. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's spelled ITZPAPA. So it's Papa, and its Papa will follow the active character. And also, if Citlali has 50 or more than 50 Night Soul points with a maximum of 100, its Papa will enter Opal Fire state and continuously consume Night Soul point and deal AoE cryo damage until the Night Soul point reaches 0. And the consumption rate of Night Soul point will be 8 Night Soul points per second. So we can also assume that the AoE continuous damage will also have a 1 second refresh rate. So after initiating the Opal Fire state, she can also be a great off-fielder for a melt team, allowing the Pyro main DPS to deal melt reactions continuously. Nextly comes her Elemental Burst. Her Elemental Burst says that on pressing her Elemental Burst, she will do a nuke Night Soul aligned AoE cryo damage and summon one Spiritual Vessel Skull for one enemy and up to a total of 3 enemies. And also, it will also restore some amount of Night Soul points to Citlali. The skulls summoned will also explode after some time, dealing cryo damage to the enemies and also restoring some Night Soul points to Citlali again. Nextly comes her passive talents 1 and passive talent 2. According to her passive talent 1, when Citlali is in Night Soul Blessing state and nearby party members triggers either frozen or melt reaction, the pyro and hydro resistance of the enemies decreases by 20% for 12 seconds. So it kinda makes sense that Citlali's kit will most likely be based upon either frozen reactions or either melt reactions. And also, Citlali will gain 16 Night Soul points through this method, and this method can be triggered every 8 seconds. Nextly is her passive 2. According to it, elemental skill damage is increased by 90% of her elemental mastery. Similarly, her elemental burst will also be increased by 2400% of her elemental mastery. So that's a huge amount of damage bonus based on elemental mastery. And also, whenever a party member triggers Night Soul Burst, Citlali regains 4 Night Soul points. So based upon her elemental skill and her elemental burst, we can certainly get an idea that we can play Citlali as either a DPS or many other ways, cause as a DPS she can play as a nuke DPS cause her skill level or her elemental burst damage multiplier at level 10 is nearly 1000%, and if you add in the 2400% damage bonus you will get from her elemental mastery, she can be a great DPS or a burst DPS for the team. Similarly, based on her elemental skill, which provides continuous off-field cryo damage, that can be also used as a sub DPS character because her elemental skill shield and its Papa duration is actually 20 seconds with a cooldown of 16 seconds. So there is a chance that she might always have 100% uptime for the shield and its Papa. Similarly, as in her elemental skill state, she continuously uses and loses Night Soul points that can also be used as a support character because she can use the Hero of the Cinder City to provide buff to the elements in the entire team. So nextly, let's look over the best in slots artifact that Citlali can use. So if you are to build Citlali as a support character, her best in slot artifacts can be Hero of the Scroll of the Cinder City, or it can be the Tenacity of Millelith. Well, obviously the 2-piece does not give much of a benefit, but the 4-piece actually provides a good amount of attack percent damage bonus to the entire team. And if you want to play Citlali as a DPS, she can use the Obsidian Codex, Emblem of a Severed Fate for increased energy recharge and elemental burst damage, or she can also use Noblesse Oblige 2-piece, which is also a great option. And if you wish to play her as a sub DPS, you can play her with a golden 4-piece golden troop set, which can also be a good option for her. But if you want to play her in her normal kit as a shielder, all you just need to do is provide her as much as elemental mastery is possible, and you can give her either the Hero of the Cinder of the Scroll City, or you can give her 2-piece EM sets or Heart of Depth to provide as much as EM she would like. So yeah, that's all the basic information we have regarding Citlali's kit and how can she be used as a character and what can be her benefits. So let me know in the comments what do you guys think about Citlali's kit and if you guys are going to pull for her or not. So until the next video and the next time, have a great time guys. Bye bye.